Today it might get a little uncomfortable for some people. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to do it.
Nervous?
I am nervous. Gosh. Oh man. Okay, that's much. Welcome back to Bourdain.
Everybody should know how to use a knife. Use everything, waste nothing.
Let's start at the beginning.
It ain't that hard, okay?
I hope you're doing well. My name is Mitch May, and I get unreasonably annoyed at those people with the little ducks on their dashboards with Jeeps. I don't know what's up with that. We are working through Anthony Bourdain's layout cookbook, doing every recipe for the first time. Blanquette De Homard. The nicest part of this recipe is cutting up some pearl onions, giving them a little cook, and green beans. After that, we're killing. I think you will find it interesting. I'm stealing a few notes from Thomas Keller, one of the best chefs in the world who is just not on TV that very much. Grab Anthony Bourdain's cookbook in the description of this video. Let's go. There's Larry 1, and there's Larry 2. This sucks. I don't want to kill these things. We need to see how much water covers the lobsters. They are going to poach in boiling water for 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds. Oh, they're big. I'm sorry. We're gonna need a little more. So that's enough to cover them. Put our boys back in the freezer. I don't know, they could be women. That's like a truth. We're going to bring the water up to a boil with a ½ cup of vinegar. Quick little prep. 1 shallot thinly sliced, 1 onion thinly sliced, which should be a leek. Couldn't find a freaking leek. And I'm going to improv with just a clove of garlic smashed up in here. Water's coming up to boil. On a note for what we must do to these lobsters, Bourdain would have us mutilate these things. Basically, and I quote, cut the still wriggling, flopping, and protesting lobsters into 4 pieces, crunching right through the shells and leaving the meat intact. Don't worry, lobsters are essentially big f***ing bugs. They're too stupid to know they're dead. So I fall into the category of delicate people. I'm going to crunch them straight through the brain, whatever's working, their control center. I don't know if they have a brain or some type of uniqueness there. But I don't want to do this. I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to do it. Take a drink or 17.
Oh my God. Nervous?
I am nervous. Straight through there and down. It's like a swift crack. You know what? No. Nice firm cutting board. Oh, gosh. I'm manly. I don't want it to slip. You're sleeping, you're going. The time is now. Sorry. Oh, yep. Okay. He's dead. Into our pot. Next one. You know, I think it is quick for him, honestly. Okay, that's much.
It's just crazy.
It's much more intense than I thought it would be. Definitely dulled the knife a little bit. Into our pot. Oh my gosh. Go in with our boiling water. Ooh. They're covered, they're hanging out. Start a timer for like 90 seconds. Thomas Keller, pull these out. He used his bare freaking hands. What a stud. Woo. There's one. Goes back in the water. Oh, how'd he do this? Back in the water. Woo. Woo. And he also ripped off all the legs. My hands are half cooked right now. We're gonna proceed. Get all the legs off. Moving forward, tails. TK said they should just kind of wriggle off. Okay, attached with some nice, moving on. Tail. And here we have these guys. These will make amazing stock. Clip that for some shorts. Everyone says stocks. But it's true, I am going to make lobster bisque coming up soon. We're going to pull back the fin. Wow, worked better than I thought. Cut the underside. And then he pulls it out with his thumb. Wow, nice. Pow, pretty beautiful actually. Tweezers, we're gonna take out the little digestional tract. Actually, I don't see anything really crazy. Ideally, it'll just pull out. Yep. The legs, which TK said are gonna take a hot minute, takes it and cracks it against there. Same here. Moving quickly. Wow, why am I feeling naturally like I don't know, I'm in touch here. Oh, how's he get in the knuckle? Is that cuttable? Holy balls. Does the knuckle should just come right out? Totally does. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. Okay, get that off to our side here. Knuckles nice and sexy. Now we move on to the claws. Take that, wiggle it back and forth, to and fro, and this should just slide right out. Okay. Gosh, bro. Bourdain has us take a nice chunk of steel and we're going to cut between and give it a resounding crack. Crack open like this. And with that, release. Yeah, there we have it. Do that again. I have to say, give me tips if you have tips on how to dispatch lobsters. And then here, I'll just zoom in here. I heard this is where all the flavor is, that lovely tamale right in there. Get rid of these gills. This is all going to be saved for stock. And this is what we have. 2 tails, our claws dismantled, and our nice hunks of, what are those? Knuckles, they call them. Get these shells wrapped up in the refrigerator. Let's go over to the stove, stove.
Over medium heat, we're gonna add our 2 tablespoons of butter, our shallots, and our onions. Add a little salt to drop that moisture.
Okay, and now we're going to just let this do its thing for about 10 minutes. Let it sweat down, lid on there. And I'm thinking we're going to cut these tails down the center just so we get nice even cooking of all of our components. I can't believe the cost of this. Please support me. Onion shallots cooking away. A little comment of the freaking week by Mark. Still watching and still loving your content. I am glad you're here with me. I'm going through shit. I think we all are, but the difference is, there is no difference. I'm just like you, okay? I'm literally just like you. We are humans here doing our things, dispatching lobsters, feeling bad about it, blushing, sweating, and having fun the whole time. Back to the goodness. Honestly, that's kind of what I like. We have some color there, okay? We're not shying away. With this, we're going to add our white wine, kick up the heat a little bit. Our garlic, get in there as well. Get all nice accommodated. Moving on to our stock, 1 cup of chicken stock. We're going to reduce this over by half. I thought that would look cooler than it was. Moving on, we're going to strain the sauce. Do that over there. Heavy cream, 2 cups of heavy cream. And this will be our poaching liquid, okay? This is how we're going to poach our lovely lobster. And I think I'm gonna leave it there actually. I don't want too much liquid. It's definitely way too hot. Mixing actually cools things down, fun fact. Let's add our tails first, huh? Just poach them in there. Welcome to the party. Happy to have you. In we go. I don't really know how long this is supposed to poach for. I'm just gonna feel it out. There's no time limit, okay? It's just a feel. Fortunately for everybody, I've never done this before. Dude, I think it's done. Give him just a little more time. Did I write it down somewhere? Opaque and firm to the touch. Opaque and firm to the touch is what homie says. So yeah, I'd say they're done. I wish they didn't curl up on each other, but that's okay. Temperature here, 170. That's really what I like. I'll move in with our knuckles, which don't need much time at all. Those are done. Moving on to our claw skis. Drape them in there. I'd say this claw is nice and finished. From this point, our lobster, I'd say, is cooked pretty nicely. We're going to add the green beans, pearl onions, followed by a little bit of lemon juice and whisk in a little butter and plate this thing up. Think about subscribing, think about joining my journey. Let's dig into this thing. I just want to try the lobster straight up. I'd say it's cooked perfectly. Everything else can be done ahead of time. I think I would even make the sauce ahead of time. I still feel numb from killing those 2 boys. Solid dish, I'd say. Seafood is a little iffy. It's very technique driven, which is probably why it's so freaking hard to do well. If you want to watch another video, I have one here. Thank you for watching. This was Back to Bourdain.
You stay organized, you clean up after yourself, you do the best you can.